that devil. We're looking at Jesus said to Peter, I will build my church. Right? Now, every building has a, but understand that even the foundation, the building, in fact, the Bible says that every house is builded by some man. He that builds all things is God. So the house that God is building is what we want to look at now. And some people have made church to look like their personal mission. It is their personal ministry. Are we back up? Me. So there is a way that the owner of the church is interested in the church functioning. Chapter 4. We already read it, but let's just go through it again. Ephesians chapter 4, and we read in verse 11. He gave some apostles, talk about this because we're talking about the hierarchy parts of the earth. He that descended is the same also that ascended far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers. So, and then we read all of that earlier, the reason why he gave those gifts. So God in certain offices, which we just read now, apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. But let us look at the way God intends. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, and God had set secondarily prophet, helps, government, ranking of the gifts. That the Bible says that he decided that he was going to build what we call church on this foundation. The two offices I'm going to use as the foundation, understanding about this word apostle, highest rank of the Bible says God has set for us to keep the apostles. If you read in the chronology of time, came before the apostles. But when God is setting up the church, he starts with the apostles. They were the ones that he set as the foundation. Now, what does this mean? In Mark chapter 6, we are going to see different types of prophets, okay? So let's look at Mark chapter 6. Look at Mark chapter 6. I think it's verse 14. Or is it Luke? Luke chapter 6. I think it's Luke chapter 6, verse 13. Luke chapter 6, verse 13. It says, and when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom he named apostles. Okay? When it was day, he called his disciples. So this is where the issue comes. Of course, we know that Jesus is the chief apostle. That's what the Bible tells us. So then that was so appointed by Christ himself. Okay? And these ones, nobody, and the challenge with apostles is the Lamb's apostles, masters. The third category is the church's apostles. All right? So when we read in 1 Corinthians 12 that he has apostles, those Lamb's apostles, their names are engraved in the foundation of the New Jerusalem. You see that in Revelation. So there is separate category. They are not the ones that we have today. So when you see somebody, a lot of times people have these ideas of hierarchy. They suggest that the title of bishop is superior to the title of pastor, for example. It's a fallacy. Okay? It is not, and I'm saying this for those who are aspiring for ministry. Your relevance is not in titles, it's not in what you are called, it's in what you are doing. Paul told Timothy, do the work of an evangelist. So it's not necessarily what you are called by title. It's more about the work that you do. That's what God is interested in. But in our times, and I mean not just now, from the